It's early evening, getting toward the end of the rush hour on the city streets, the beginning of the rush hour at Metro's huge DeBaliveire garage. When a bus sign says not in service, very often, this is where it's heading. This is usually the last we see of that bus until it emerges for its next run. What happens in between? Well, that's what we came to find out, and we found out plenty.
24-hour day, 3 shifts. We work around the clock.
We got here a little before the beginning of the evening rush, so that second shift supervisor Chad Schmidt could walk us through and explain the workings of this busy place.
So I guess I was thinking that, the buses all came in, they parked, everybody went home, and people came back in the morning, but it's really kind of a constant 24-hour day thing.
Yes, they have to get fueled before they get parked, and that's what these buses are waiting for right now.
Well, sure, they have to be fueled. I knew that, and cleaned and fixed. It's just that I'd never really thought about when or where or how. So here's what happens in this place. The bus is brought in at the end of the driver's shift. And if everything's been working fine, the driver is told where in the big parking area to drop it off.
1216.
Although the first stop is only a few feet ahead. This is where the till, the money box, is opened with an electric key. It's removed and replaced with an empty one. The full money box is then emptied into a safe. Then the driver parks in the assigned spot, and the driver is done for the day. The bus is not. Inside the garage, another Metro employee has the job of driving the bus to the fueling station. And it gets its first cleaning here. And watch this. A giant vacuum is attached and starts sucking air out the front door. The worker uses an air hose to blow debris to the front and whoosh out the door. A cleaning crew will come in later.
Hooks it up. The sensor will get the reading off the ring to the neck. Turn his gas pump on. He'll walk over here. He'll wave his badge. It'll say authorization, pump 1 is ready, and then he'll go over there, squeeze the trigger. There it goes. As it's fueling, what he'll do is he'll check all the major commodities in the back, coolant, transmission fluid, oil, and then he'll ship it on its way. He'll add if it needs it.
How big's the fuel tank?
140, 120 on the smaller ones, roundabout.
Now the bus, all clean and gassed up, will be assigned a parking space, and it will sit there until it heads out early tomorrow morning. That's the routine if everything is going well. But this is the place where drivers report any problems they've had during their shift.
And they'll pull what's called a defect card. Anything they have problems with their bus,
right,
or any problems, and then they'll write it up, okay? Left flasher not working, turn signal. Okay, that bus is actually in the shop right now getting repaired. Our parts truck is coming in. That's our parts truck. It delivers parts and everything from the main shop.
What breaks down the most?
It's not breaks down, it's door glass, glass vandalism, that kind of stuff. As far as breaking down, we keep up on the maintenance of it, and we catch more stuff on inspections than we actually do breakdowns. 2037, the fuel tank was leaking on it, and we had the fuel tank pulled out of it the day before. One of my mechanics will get it out tonight, and it will be down 1 day. This one here is a brake job. 9515 is a brake job. Day crew is doing that.
I've always wondered, why on the buses these little green flags on the
Indicators?
bolts? Yeah.
It's basically a quick inspection. Because if the indicator actually moves up here, that means the lug is loose. Or if they're melted off, that means the brakes are getting hot.
You've answered the one question I've had for a long time.
Kyle and Willie Davis are working on this particular bus. It's a 300,000 mile inspection, and every 50,000 the bus gets tuned up.
Every day, a bus will put on hundreds of miles just going back and forth on that day's route. So routine maintenance is absolutely key to keeping these buses running for 300,000 miles and longer. There are hundreds of buses. They all have a number, and a computer keeps track of them.
These are a list of inspections that are due.
The mileage, the repair record, the next tune-up, and on a particular day, when a bus is coming in, when it's going out, and what route it is on. In such a big place, with so many buses, the key piece of information in this whole system, the number of the parking space. Odd-number buses and odd-number rows, evens and evens, different-sized buses and different-sized spaces. You know the space, you will find a bus. So yes, they do park buses in the DeBaliveire garage, but really not for very long.